Smooth. Good morning, y'all. Welcome to the show. If it's a Monday morning, it's Bookman. Who else is up on a Monday morning to do a show, right? Nobody else want to get up. This is my time spot for the evening. Well, not the evening. It's the morning. For now. Who knows? Anyways, rambling. Welcome to the show. This is the guidepost where you get guidance on godhood. Okay? Side Ejax, Dawson, Cosmic Flow. Good to see y'all on the chat, man. Welcome to the show. What I want to go over today, I want to get back into the fundamental map. And I have to put this stuff down because you gotta understand what you're asking for. Like I get how much you want to get it. But that ain't all it is, bro. This is more than confidence and Naruto belief. Believe it. Like there's more to the game. Edgar Allan Piccolo, good to see you in the chat, man. Welcome to the show. There's more to the game. There's more to the game. Yeah, man. Not eating your kids, you learn a lot watching these motherfuckers. Fuck. We're going to get into it, man. We're going to get into it today. I can already feel myself teetering. I can already feel myself teetering, man. Look, I'm a deeply emotional motherfucker. You may not understand. You may not think, because I'm not pouring out all the time, he's not emotional. He's got a lot of patience. Very stoic. Fuck you. No, I'm not. I just don't have to pour out all the time. God. But it's going to be wonderful. Let's get in here because I know what you came for. Y'all motherfuckers only still sitting around to see the intro because it's your favorite part. I know. Me too. Here, let me go. Let me give it to you real quick. Check it out. Even if I didn't need any money at all, I'd still do this. Not necessarily make content, but give guidance on godhood, if you will. It's what I do. It's not like y'all niggas breaking the bank to give me any money. Fuck you mean. I should put my cash app in the thing. No. Oh shit, that should be killing me. Motherfuckers be getting hacked like that. You ever seen the motherfuckers on Instagram and suddenly their Instagram account is gone? Because they did the thing where they like, send me $10, I'll send you $100. This new Cash App thing is hit. You better get it before these chicks hit us tomorrow. What's another one? This one was slick. This one was slick, right? Because it took you like 2 or 3 messages to get to the thing where they like, give me your Cash App. Dude was like, yo, here's this riddle nobody can get, right? Like, I don't understand. What you think? And I'm looking at him, like, okay, but it's pretty easy. Okay, what is this? Right? So I answered the riddle, and he's like, oh shit, okay, I see that now. Oh shit, well look, I gotta give you the prize money, man. You're the only person answered it. Send me a Cash App. And I was like, I don't want nothing you got. I want to see where you going. Okay. No, man, I got PayPal. Send me your information and I'll give you a request. That's how I usually run my business. No, man, I got you Cash App. Oh, no, Cash App. Man, I got Zelle. I ain't had Zelle set up, but I wanted to see what he's gonna say. He's gonna try to stick to Cash App because it's just a Cash App scheme with extra steps. Fuck you mean? Narcissism is Christianity with extra steps. Really, Gnosticism is a fucking parasite. Gnosticism is whatever religion their host is with extra steps. You just add extra steps to whoever you fucking parasitizing. Someone was trying to get me talking about my ancestors, have a message for me for $100, man. Nah, look, they sent it Western Union. Fuck you talking about? Oh shit. One of these days, I might need to do. I'll probably do one episode on digital currency in the fourth industrial revolution, because it baffles me that so many motherfuckers don't see anything, and it's huge. But maybe that's why. When the thing is that big, like think about how big the planet is. You know, you can take for granted that you're just walking on it and it could change at any moment. Fuck you mean? No, I get it. I'm still baffled emotionally, personally, whatever the fuck. Let me get over myself. If you click the link below where it says get the details, it'll take you straight to the Gilded app and to what you're looking at on the screen. Misha X, someone tried to get me talking about do I want to be a sugar baby? Whoa, see, look, as a man, as a masculine man, no, I can't even say that either. As a heterosexual man, ain't nobody trying to sugar me up. Fuck you mean? Damn, bro. And look, there's niggas out there to do that though. This is Atlanta. I know people. Yeah, that's crazy. Woo. And yo, look, that's why so many folks' account gets hacked. Cause they really want to be like, nah, I don't want no money. I ain't in it for the money. What you got for that? Just get a little. Nah, bro. You gotta give it up. Motherfuckers act like all this New World Order shit is about having all the money, bro. You niggas don't even understand. Not only do you not get how much money they already have, how much money there is that exists, how little money you even know about, bro. Ain't even no money no more. I'm gonna have a whole episode on it, bro. Niggas is wildin'. Yeah. Speaking of niggas wildin', before I get into this, I'm gonna get into it, and we're gonna be here. Dudes, guys, males, especially if you're under 30, who really know if you're over 30, you want to double time. You want to have already been doing this. I know, because I was late. Anyways, the Timeless Knowledge Tour. Y'all niggas playing. Oh no, I don't know how to find it. Oh no, what you mean, Aaron? God damn it. It's alright, because that's what kids do. So I can't be mad at dogs for digging holes. Fuck. Alright. How do I go to my channel without giving away all my account information? Fuck you mean, right? Ha! Look, you need to see me on live. You can go to playlists or podcasts. I put it in both. Honestly, it's on a playlist, but YouTube, for some reason, is trying to get into being a podcast platform, so you can do it that way. Look, we got the Timeless Knowledge Store. Cause, bro, look, I really ain't got into none of the masculinity shit in a minute, and the reason is because I went the fuck in on this. Oh, that's just Aries talking good shit about himself. Okay, yeah, I can do it. You mad you can't talk good shit about yourself. Mostly because it ain't true. Second of all, you ain't got the backbone or the balls. Anyway, that's beside the point. I went in on the Timeless Knowledge Tour. If you have not listened to the Patrice O'Neill's Black Phillip show, you can go listen to that if you don't want to listen to me. But I know what's going to happen because I've watched you niggas do it again and again. You listen to the first 2 episodes, think you get it. You listen to the first 3 episodes, think you get it. Stop listening and go out there and think, I know enough now. He was right. He had all the gems. I told you to listen to the whole thing. You didn't. It's okay. It's cool. Whatever. Because you're going to get out there, you're going to get your ass whooped, and you're going to come back to me inevitably. And look, you thinking, he ain't talking about me. See, I got to get the niggas who do it on here so you can see them. Because you always think, nah, it couldn't be me. Aries talking about them niggas out there, bro. We get it, Aries. No, we're not friends. We can't even be close to friends because you niggas ain't up on game. Anyways, check out the Timeless Knowledge Store. I literally do a guided tour of the Black Phillip show because I know you're going to be too busy laughing, too busy having fun, too busy feeling good about having heard it to catch it. You can even write down everything you hear me say and still miss it. I'm telling you. Motherfuckers have the audacity. Hey, Aries, I've watched all your stuff. No, you haven't, first of all. Second of all, okay, you got any questions? No. The fuck do you mean? Because if I called you up here to teach, you start fumbling. I know you would. Even the motherfuckers who want to teach fumble. How dare you? How dare you? I'm sorry. See, you know I'm gonna go off the rails. All right. This is what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna get back into the fundamental map. Okay. Last time if my memory serves me correctly, which is quite possible it doesn't, um, I was making the big fuss about the distinction between the fundamental map and the methodological map. That's what I was doing. Okay. Anyway, the link is going to take you to the public side of the guild. I'm going to dip into the private side of the guild because that's where we got the good shit for the students. You'll see these notifications because this isn't my account. This is just the account I use to do utility things like the show and record. Anyways, here we go. Okay. I'm going into the Black Book on Ascension. The Black Book, or the Black Books, excuse me, are a collection of atlases that we use as we're going on this expedition about practical magic. Okay, atlases. Why do I say atlases? I am a philosopher. A metaphysician is a philosopher. Okay, metaphysics is philosophy. Philosophers are cartographers of our consciousness and our categories. They explore and map out like what constitutes the categories we use in the way we frame the world. I seen one kid on Instagram, right? You know how the motherfuckers love to be a little arrogant because they think they know a little bit more than the dead niggas, so they want a virtue signal, a reverse virtue signal. Why can't you guys get it? Don't you see? You're being fooled. I'm the guy who knows, but I'm humble. Fuck out of here, you niggas are dumb. Anyways, he was doing a thing where he was like, he was trying to prove that race was a social construct by showing a small reel, a minute and a half. Bro, you're not gonna get it in a minute and a half. Trust me. Anyways, but his little comment, his little caption, that's what it's called, caption. His caption is something to the effect of, race is a social construct. Why does anyone even need to know it exists? Why can't we just ignore it? In a rhetorical sense, where he wasn't really looking for an answer, he was making a point. But I gave him an answer. Fuck you, right? It's like, look, when you're looking at it, the idea of race has constituted a category, an ontological category in the construction of the world we have today. Not only just the world we have today, not just existing in this time, the institutions we know. The institutions we know, the cultures we have. It's one thing, it's a ridiculous notion to just ignore it. Ignore it and it goes away. Who does that? Please come to me, tell me you're being raped, and I will give you that solution. Oh, let's just ignore it and it'll go away. That's ridiculous, right? But look, the motherfucker who's doing the raping, they suggest shit like that. Oh no, I'm gonna stop. Just ignore me, I'll go away. Like, really? Come on. Anyways, like, fuck out of here. Look, the categories we use matter. Most people look at this stuff and they listen to the spiritual stuff and they're only here for fucking self-help and motivation. And you know what? Cool, I'll give it to you, you got it. But just because you feel motivated about this information don't mean you get it. Man, motherfuckers be in my face constantly talking about how advanced they are, how good they are. And I'm like, okay, bro. Okay. Yeah, but my question is, what's up with number 11 in numerology? Bro, that's fundamental math. You telling me all the methodological things you're doing, but you got a question, a basic question about the fundamental math. Ain't no way you doing the methodology right if your question about, like, bro, that's like somebody, you looking at the Google Maps, right? They're telling me all the places they go, all the times they use it, but they're like, yeah, but I don't know what these squiggly lines are on the map. You mean roads? So now, look, this nigga don't know what roads are, so everything he said he ever did on Google Maps comes into question. That's how you niggas sound. So, but it's cool, okay? I want you to understand the fundamental map, okay? Actually, now that I think about it, that's not where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take you right back to the public side because you can understand this. The first thing we're gonna do is, this is how I wanna do it. Yeah, that's going to be even better. What is it? Intimate. Okay, cool. Welcome to the show. Good to see you in the chat. This is what I'm going to pull up. Haha, you didn't get to see it. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pull up some black books I haven't put up yet. And I got enough time to do it because I'm good like that. Anyways. Because no, look, motherfuckers ain't interested in the fundamental map, and that's the issue. They think they understand the fundamental map enough to go out here and give out tips and slick teach. Like, nigga, sit your dumb ass down. But you can't say that to a baby, right? Because it just crushes their spirit and now they never want to do anything ever again. No, I get it. But damn it. What you mean they're my kids? They ain't got no teeth. Okay, here we go. Boom. No, now my screen is covered. No, minimize that. Okay, cool. You can see it. Excellent. All right. We're gonna get into it. I want you to understand the fundamental map. What do I mean when I say the fundamental map? That's a good fucking question. Because you could be here, Arius, I listen to what you're saying and I get it, but I still don't understand what you mean. That's what niggas really say to me. I listen, I get it, but I still don't understand. Well, then you don't get it. Anyway, stop. The fundamental map. In the Bookman model, this is the fundamental map. Okay, Arius, cool. Whatever you're talking about, your little thing. Look, does it apply to anything else? All right, cool. Whatever. Fuck you. Yeah, it applies to everything else. You've seen it before. Okay, can I make this bigger here? Yeah, wonderful. Look, at the top is the fundamental map that I present in the Bookman model. Okay, it's threefold. It's very simple. Now we can extrapolate it to 5, 7, 9, 12, even 16. But if you don't get threefold, you're not going to get any of it. You can tell me, hey, I understand the chakras. You don't. You know the names and the positions. You don't understand. I understand the tree of life. Hey, look, let me say the word. Samkhya. Look at the little Sanskrit. You don't get it. And it's okay to not get it. You got to get that you don't get it before you don't get anywhere else. And that's what I'm trying to show. Is to give you a method, or not even a method, to get to smack you with it a little, because you too, the arrogance, but it's the confidence. Anyways, look, I know you're familiar with these images, but you don't understand what they are. They are fundamental maps. There's no methodology on these. See, like chakras are a good example. Because motherfuckers don't understand the fundamental map, they fuck up the methodology. See, they look at chakras and think it's something in your physical body. And so when they hear the methodology that goes along with it, Kundalini, what do? They think it's something you're doing in your body. Because they did not understand the fundamental map. Now you listen to me, I've told you before, the root chakra is all of the physical world. It's not something in your meat bag. I don't care how fancy your gland is. I don't care how long you put your anus in the sun to try and activate it. I'm a sun gauge from the other side. You niggas ain't think about that. Get the fuck out of here. Whatever, look. Because you misunderstand the fundamental map, you misunderstand the methodology, and because you never check whether or not you misunderstand, because as long as you're feeling good about it and you're confident, you're ready to talk. Kundalini is talking about the ascension process in general, moving from the root to the crown. And that's not something in your body. It is a map of reality at large. When the people who are out there on the sea, getting a sea map back in the old days, they did not get a map that came with methodology. Could you imagine some pirates out on the sea? Let's go One Piece, right? And Nami out here, she the navigator, and she goes and brings back a map that's got a bunch of other people's methodology on it. The only time that works, the only time you bank on that is a treasure map. Otherwise, you don't know where you're going to end up or what the fuck the rap's supposed to be. Who made this? This could be somebody's trash. In art class, you start with a blank piece of paper. A fundamental map is a blank piece of paper. That's how teachers was making money talking about helping people clean their chakras. Yeah, because these motherfuckers nobody ever calls them on whether or not they know what they know. And then if anybody does, what's their evidence that they know? Well, everybody knows this. Everyone says this. Here, I'll give you a book that didn't know it either. Head ass niggas. And sometimes motherfuckers be reading the book, and even if they hear the words, I get the words. Oh, I hear it. I get it now. You don't. You don't. And it's okay, but you have to accept that you don't before you can get it. You can't just be mad at yourself for not getting it. You can't just be ashamed and embarrassed of yourself for not getting it. I mean, okay, you can, but then you'll never get around to getting it. You think I don't get scared? I'm scared. I get scared a lot. I told you I'm deeply emotional. But getting scared doesn't determine what you're going to do. It's excellent utility. It helps you notice things that you wouldn't have noticed otherwise. But damn it, you can't let it drive. I don't care if that's easier said than done. See, look, talking to you about fear, where's that on the fundamental map? Oh, you can tell me that there's different emotions in your sacral chakra, and if you're fearful, you don't rise to the solar plexus. Okay, you can tell me that, but you still think they're in the body. And if I tell you the root chakra's all of reality, but you don't know where physical ends, what difference does it make? I'd say you're right about saying that about the sacral and the solar, but damn it, you don't even know what they are. You're repeating something someone has told you. Anyways, the things I'm presenting are not new. Ain't nothing new under the sun. It's that it shines a glaring light on the fact that you didn't understand what you thought you understood. You're so impressed by how since you was a baby, you've been digging these holes, bruh. Digging, nigga. I've been sandboxing since I was little, nigga. And all you've ever had is a spoon. And you're impressed with yourself because you've never seen a shovel. You've never seen a bulldozer. Those are things to you of myth. But I'm telling you it's not. But if you so hype on you and your spoon and how much you know about digging, you ain't gonna get this shit. You gonna think you already got a shovel. I'm gonna describe to you what a shovel is. You gonna look at your spoon. Arius, I do that already. I hate you niggas. I hate you. And then there's the other half of you who will pull up in a bulldozer, right? And I'm like, hey, bro, look at your bulldozer. And you looking at it, bro, Arius, man, this is a bent spoon, bro. I don't even really know if it's doing anything, bro. This is a spoon. And I'm like, nigga. But okay. No, but this is what babies do. This is what babies do, and I gotta understand that. Because I have to look at the places where I'm a baby. Because see, in the places where I'm a baby, bro, I'm happy to be a baby. Not because I get away with stuff, but because I'm free to learn. You'd be surprised, when you're in charge of motherfuckers, they don't give you the freedom to learn. Especially if they need to learn. Like when I was doing management, and I needed to learn how to do management, the motherfuckers I was managing weren't going to give me the space to learn. They needed me to already know. So they could learn. And that's fair play, bro. That's fair play. That's nature shit. Anyway, let me get the fuck out of this, man. I told you, I'm going to be on one. Condensed light. What you talking about? Condensed light? I hope you're not talking about photons. Hey, I don't know. Because look, motherfuckers love to say light codes, and it sound nice. But they always really talking about photons. I don't know. I ain't gonna bust your bubble yet. I'm gonna do it. Damn. What you mean by light? Because if it's photons with extra steps, you missed it. Look, you have and when I say this, I'm doing the fundamental map again. When I say that the physical world is a refraction of a reflection, It sounds nice, but you have to understand what those things are. What is a refraction? What is a reflection? If there's a reflection, there had to be two other things, right? If there's a reflection, there has to be two other things. What are those other things? An original light and the thing that's doing the reflecting. Because if there wasn't a thing doing a reflecting, it wouldn't be a reflection. And if there was no original light, there'd be nothing reflected. It's very simple, bro. It's okay because the physical world is that 3 and 4. Okay, because once again, I broke it all the way down to 3. 3 and 4 have a very interesting relationship, but that's why some people will keep it more than 3 because the smaller you reduce it, the more of the details you get rid of. All right, but some people are so inundated in the details that they don't understand. They miss the core. And if they understood they missed the core, they wouldn't be so caught up in the details. You know, anyways. So yeah, you have the original light. All right, the original light is the blank paper itself. All right, the white paper itself. There's the original light. You have the thing doing the reflecting. This is the primordial. The thing doing the reflecting. You have the reflection. There's your non-physical. All right, you have your reflection. Remember, original light, blankness, the blank paper. The primordial, the thing doing the reflecting. The non-physical, the reflection. Now, what's a refraction? What is a refraction? You ever seen the Pink Floyd logo where they have the clear light going into the prism and it comes out refracted? That's what you get. That's how you get a rainbow, because the unconditioned light, whatever, refracts through the droplets of water in the air, and you get the rainbow. Okay, because you're looking at a refraction of a reflection. A refraction of a reflection. It's common understanding that the physical world is a fractal. You see, no photons. No photons. So I wouldn't even say it's condensed. I'd say it's a refraction of a reflection. No photons, though. See, once again, what are y'all talking about? Because if we're talking photons, you root chakra. If we talking photons, and look, I get it. Any other nigga you go to, they're going to talk photons. So it's like, damn, why wouldn't you? I know, because they missed it. Yes, a lot of people who have no idea. Why? Because nobody checks them. You'll sit there and watch, and you won't ask a question. Nah, you're part of the problem. You'll sit there, you'll check fire facts, because it feels so good to hear a motherfucker say it. Overlaying the chakras or any map over the body showed me how small I was thinking. Yes. This is what I mean when I say the human is alive. Like the idea, the premises of thinking of human naturally has you doing that. Those are the agreements. That cluster of agreements is what you really want to examine. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. This is why I say, I point out the fact Carl Jung wasn't an occultist, and he has a glass ceiling on what he's talking about. He can see through it, and he's trying to understand all these things he can see, but he can't move past it. And it's because he's agreeing to it. Right? That's funny. I did like that. It wasn't fucking. I was like grasping it. It's funny. So like I'm saying, in terms of the fundamental map, you've seen this before, but you don't know what you're looking at, okay? So first and foremost, I think the best way to explain the fundamental map and to map it out, I think that the best example of it is the zodiac. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful example. But you won't understand why it's a beautiful example unless you go on the journey from 0 all the way to 12. Or really to 9. Fuck you mean. But you don't understand what I'm saying. Look, it's one thing to repeat the descriptions you see in a tarot book. Okay, this is what that number means. Or maybe someone will look at it numerologically. Oh, this is what the number means. And these two guys will debate because they don't understand the fundamentals. All they understand is how to repeat the descriptions. Even if you read 10 different descriptions on the same card and you've generalized it, that doesn't mean you understand the fundamentals of why they made 10 this number. Why isn't there an 11 of swords? Why isn't there an 11 of swords? Why are there 21 arcana? And there's even discrepancy about whether or not it's 21. That's what I didn't put on here. I didn't put on here the correspondence because that's why. Because the correspondence, when we're talking about the major arcana and the tarot, it links them. God, no, that's funny too because it's not showing you methodology; it's showing you the feedback loop. It's like telling you the story of Jesus. The major arcana is the story of the fool. That's why there's part of the reason there's controversy as to whether or not the fool is even a card, or whether or not it goes at the beginning or the end. Whatever. You get all this. Fuck you. Anyways, okay. This is what I want to do, alright? What I'm going to be talking about for the next few episodes is not methodology. I want you to understand the map. I know you desperately want to know how to do something, or you already think you know how. I seen one nigga, solar practice. What the fuck is that? What is solar practice? More fancy, spooky human shit, right? Look, you don't get how you don't get, and that's your issue. That's one of your issues. Your larger issue is that you're very proud of what you think you get. And that's why you can't let it go. That's why you have trouble seeing what I'm saying. See, when I'm in baby mode, I am so open to the idea I don't understand what I'm seeing. You have to be able to recognize that. Some people don't know how to recognize that. They just get angry. They get upset because immediately there's the fear. It looks like chaos is leaking in again. I don't immediately know what this is. It must be a threat. And it's like, boom. Like, y'all be having trouble with basic shit, bro. It's not even metaphysical. Anyways, okay. So I wanted to show you. Look, you understand this. You've seen this. You know part of it, but you don't know it. You don't know it. I'm going to do one more thing before we get into it. I got to now. I got to, because I'm sitting here saying know it, and you think you know what I mean when I say it. Fuck. You think you know what I mean when I say it because you feel like you know. What you're looking at here is some of the study material I make available for the people who are in the guild. Things to help connect some of the ideas and concepts we talk about. When you're in the guild, you're always free to download and take whatever the fuck you can get your hands on. Please do it. Anyways, 4 types of knowing. All right, and this is just a framework. Okay, there are different levels to knowing things, and a lot of y'all, you stuck at the top one. You're stuck at the top one, even though those other 3 are much larger, much more influential. You can know how to wash dishes and not know how to write an essay on it, not know how to speak about it. I mean, you can know how to fix a car and not teach somebody how to do it. Come on. I'm not even going to go through this again because I want to go to the fundamental map. But please, just because you know don't mean you know. You got to know all the way down. All the way down to where what you know shapes what you is. No, this is the look of disappointment. It is. I'm sorry. I apologize. I know it's going to scar you for life. I know you're going to look back. You'll be like, man, Arius, you're like a father to me. And that hurt forever. And I'm like, okay, I get you. You're right. That probably hurt really bad. I can relate to that. I have shit like that too. You ever heard your parents say this is going to hurt me more than it hurts you? That shit. I hate y'all sometimes. I hate y'all sometimes. Digressing. I've talked to y'all at length about the Trinity. If you've never heard me talk about the Trinity, you got a lot more videos to watch. The Trinity is the cornerstone of metaphysics. It's the cornerstone of all the fundamental maps that you guys use. It's the threefold pattern is the root of anyone who has a system that's effective and functional is at least threefold. I was talking to some of the cohorts in the guild. At least two of them were familiar with Sankaya. I think Travis Majors talks about Sankaya. All right, they use the Tree of Life, and I think the framework is I think they describe it as a non-dual framework. Any dual framework is irreconcilable. All right, the mind and matter framework is irreconcilable. It creates its own problem. Anyways, beside the point. With Sankaya, they had it was basically the Shiv Shakti beginning or principle. It said non-dual, but most of the focus was on that duality. But the duality was a polarity. Because you had the singular consciousness, and then you have the shifting, ever-changing atmosphere of it, if you will, Shiva and Shakti. Okay, and their union in ecstatic dance gave forth creation. Okay, so with that duality, on one side you have creation, which would give you threefold, but it goes a little further, which is interesting. And there was even a bit of debate about it within those schools of thought. Is that are we going to make a variable for the unknowable? And that will be a fourth aspect. So you have the unknowable, the Shiv Shakti, and the creation. It's no different from what I'm talking about. Look at the picture. What's at the top? Unknowable. Shiv Shakti, creation. And it's the cornerstone. Come on, bro. And it's the thing. If you don't know what you're looking at, you don't see nothing. John Boy. What? Yep, I see this. I see this coming up when I'm studying film. Okay, what's up, man? I really do actually enjoy looking at like how people cut up video, especially have to do it myself. Like when you watch a movie and you see like where they went out of their way to get just that shot. Anyway, no, let me tell you, because it's what you're being shown. Anyway, stop. Skip all the fundamentals and brought expensive camera and don't know how to use it. Now being forced to go back to the fundamentals. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro. If you want to progress, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, you ever see, I don't know if y'all ever play basketball. You see the kid who was good out there on the street, he could do the little dribble and shoot the jag, but he don't know about the passing proper. He don't know about playing on the team. What was the Boondocks episode? Riley was like that. Yeah, like, man, okay, look, your dribble look fun, you look cool, because you're doing the and one, but can you dribble up and down the court 10 times? Your fundamentals are off. Okay, yeah, the bitches love you making that shot. You look cute in your little jersey. You got dreams. Clearly, I'm going to the NBA. No, you're not. Taking somebody who failed. I'm your coach. You're not going to the NBA, kid. I know you're not. I know what it takes. You don't know nothing, coach. You don't and one, coach. Nah, bro, I'm telling you, fundamentals all day. Fundamentals all day. Fundamentals will get you going, bro. They will keep you moving. It's like tying your shoes before a race. Anyways, the Trinity is the cornerstone of metaphysics. The Trinity is not just three. It's not a number. Numbers are symbols. We're talking about a quantity and its qualities. And you'll say, oh my God. And you'll say, isn't a number a quantity? No. I just said it's a symbol. We can experience quantities. You can't experience the number one aside from its symbol, because it's pointing to the idea or the reality of the quantity itself. Two lenses, right? Do you see the number two? No, you don't. What do you experience? The quantity. The numbers are symbol. A lot of arithmetic is manipulating symbols. People will say math is the language of the universe. I don't know. I don't know, because you're manipulating number. You're not even talking about the qualities and their fundamental qualities. See, this is what I mean when I say the fundamentals of things like numerology and the zodiac. Like, bro, you don't understand. You got to understand why 10 is completion. Why is 9 supreme? Hold on. How does completion come after supremacy? I'm confused. Okay, it's cool to be confused. Let me break it down for you. First thing, I just talked about it. See, I couldn't help myself. What are numbers? Numbers are symbols, okay? And I'm gonna run this down for you one more time. Everybody, if you've ever had a dog, excuse me, if you ever had a dog, and you're trying to teach your dog, you're trying to show your dog something, right? And you point to it, and the dog doesn't look at the thing you're pointing at, they look at your hand. Because that's what makes sense to them. They don't understand you're trying to show them something. They look at what they know. You know, maybe they'll get around to changing their focus over there eventually, and you hope they do. But to begin with, they just look at your hand. They try to point the poop out to the puppy, and the puppy just plays with your hand. You know, because it's like, why would we? I got rid of that already. Fun time. Look, the hand is a symbol. That is what symbols do. They point to something. But a lot of times people drown in the symbols, especially as they let pride run the fucking ship. Numbers are symbols. Okay, I'm not talking to you about the symbol. I'm talking to you about the quantities, okay? And all the quantities have qualities. Any quality it has is inherited from what came before, okay? The quantities have qualities. 2 lenses. Okay, you see it on the camera? No, look. 2 lenses. And these are blue light glasses. Like, you never see my glasses. I don't have a prescription. But these are, you can usually kind of see the bluishness in them. Anyways, blue light glasses. 2 lenses. Do you need the number 2? No. Why? Because it's a symbol. The symbol points to the reality. Okay? The quantities themselves are the realities, but they intermix. Your body's a perfect example. 1 body, 9 organs. How many bones? I think it's 8. No, I'm not even trying to guess because I'm going to get that extra wrong. I need to look that up. Anyways, 4 limbs. You can count the neck and the head, which I like to do, but it's part of the whole torso. You say it's 5. But it's 1 body. Okay, the quantities intermix. They exist in a dynamic, removing parts, multiplicity. Multiplicity meaning being more than one. Okay, this is you learn this when I talk about the Trinity. Anyways, let me move forward. Okay, so remember, we're not talking. When you're looking at this, I know you're scared of math, and I know you have a lot of trauma from school about that. I understand. But this is neither here nor there. The numbers are symbols. What we're talking about is the quantity that it's pointing to and the qualities that it possesses. Okay? The 0 and 1 paradox. Okay. I don't need to zoom in. I'm good. The 0 and 1 paradox. Where's the point? If we extended this blank sheet into infinity, right? That the blank sheet on this page is in infinity. Where's the point? There is nowhere. There's nowhere. Every point is the same point in an infinitely empty landscape. Hell, if it was infinitely empty, where the fuck the point come from? This is the paradox of 0 and 1, okay? And follow me, okay? Gerald Sunbright, top of the morning. Good to see you. This is the paradox of 0 and 1, okay? To the degree to which 0 is infinitely empty nothingness. Void, if you will. And, there's other stuff to talk about that. Anyways, has the characteristic of void, of emptiness. To the degree to which that is singular in its emptiness, it is at the same time one. 0 and 1 are the same thing from different angles. I shudder to think about this because it's not different angles. There is no angle yet. Like, I have to explain it to you from different perspectives, different angles. Because when I say that, you're going to try and throw yourself in the mix. And I'm not talking about no self and you. We're talking about the fundamentals of reality. If you was Egyptian, they'd been talking to you about the waters of noon. What, you want me to say that? The waters of noon? Nah. 0. The triple blackness of space. Infinite, unexpressed potential. Infinite, unexpressed potential. That is 0. What is 1? Infinite, expressed potential. Let's do it again. What is 0? Infinite, unexpressed potential. What is 1? Infinite, expressed potential. They define each other. What's the difference between expressed and unexpressed? Each other. They mark the difference between one another. This is what I mean when I say they define each other. Okay? To the degree to which there is one, that's the thing. This is the paradox of 0 and 1. Because, okay, is it 0? Is there nothing here? Well, what the fuck are we talking about with point? Well, if we're talking about a point on an empty landscape, if we have 0 and 1, then what do we also already have? 2. Unexpressed. Because what are we talking about? The difference, the literal difference between unexpressed and express. And so if you express as 1, we're talking 1 because 1 is inherently express. Extent. No, extent is going to throw them off. Don't say that. Sorry. Okay. But you have to contend with this idea first. And there's different ways motherfuckers have articulated this idea with their spiritual thinking and their systems of thought. Okay, like we were talking about before with Samkhya. Okay, you're going to have the unknowable. And then you're going to have that Shiv-Shakti relationship. Shiv-Shakti is not 2 deities. It's 1. When they are in ecstatic dance in union, they are 1. All the stuff you know of creation is the contemplation of their separation. Okay, look. 0 and 1 are not 2 deities. Fuck. And like, look, to the degree to which you can even know that Shiv Shakti, what does that say about the unknowable? And you have to account for it. What does it do to the whole equation? Well, you got to keep that in mind. The dynamics. Anyway, there's no dynamic here yet because this is just the fundamentals of being. Like when I talk to y'all about primordial, you're trying to spookify and anthropomorphize it. I'm like, no, clear your plate. Completely. So it's fundamental you understand that, okay? Like I said, there's kind of a two-ness involved. There's kind of an idea of perspective involved, which leads people to want to throw themselves into it. I beg you don't throw yourself into it yet. Understand the dynamic, because this is fundamental math. This is not, I'm not talking to you about anything methodological. I'm giving you all fundamental right now. My head is hot. Okay. The paradox of 0 and 1 can be expressed with this image. It's kind of likened to this image, okay? And the difference between what they're seeing is an issue of dimension. Dimension are not far out places, okay? A point has no dimensions. A line has 1 dimension. A square has 2 dimensions. A cube has 3 dimensions. We have not gone anywhere. It's not about places. It's about the scope and extent of perception. Scope and extent of perception. And so you can just say that. You can just say scope and extent to a dead nigga, and they go, oh. Like, you ever seen the thing in Cloud Atlas? I love that fucking movie. Well, all the tribalized white people were looking at the black people who came in a little ship on the water. Like, how your ship move on the water? How your ship move on the water? And here go Halle. Fusion engines. And see, this is the part where y'all niggas is at, right? You just go, fusion engines. Fusion engines. Yeah. You don't even know what that is. But you're too scared to look ridiculous in front of other people who equally don't know. Fuck out of here. Dimensions. Once again, most of these niggas, nobody ever questions them. And if you do, you're just trying to stop our rise. You're an agent. You're not activating your melanin. Who knows? You're a hotep. Like, niggas, you have all kind of different justifications for their ridiculousness. Anyways, the paradox is 0 and 1, because you got to understand where you start. When niggas want to talk to me about 11 and 12. Fuck out of here. Anyways. So, think about this dynamic, and keep this dynamic in mind as we're unfolding forward, okay? Continuing. Because there are two faces to one. And that's why I love it, man. Look, the details. You motherfuckers. Anyways, when 1 is with 0, isn't the same 1 as when 1 is giving rise to 2 and 3. That's why you can't. That's why I go father, mother, child. I don't just try and the masculine and the feminine. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because first of all, motherfuckers don't even understand those things define one another. They just reduce it to male and female. Homo sapien. No. Anyways, but look, who daddy is outside? What daddy has to be to the world, and what daddy is when he's at home with mama and baby. It's the same daddy. Yeah, okay. But when you're out there in the world, he don't usually get to be daddy. He got to be just a man. When he get home with 2 and 3, he's daddy. See, you can understand that. I know you understand that. But how does that apply? Dynamic multiplicity. Dynamic, the moving parts. The relationship, multiplicity, being multiple things at once. Because I'm showing you the roots, the simple foundational roots of where all the complexity comes from. Because you'd be surprised how fast it can go from simple to complex as fuck. All right? You gotta understand the basics. Hey, goddess. Uh-oh. Who you talking to? Hey, God, let's go ahead with a little spiritual symphony. Oh, good. But this meme is one of my favorite memes to encompass this idea. Can you not see it clearly enough? Here, let me zoom in to make sure you can see it. Okay. Yeah. All right. From one angle, okay, from one perspective, all right. And remember, look, just like this picture we're looking at right here with A and B's perspective, okay? Not to say there's an A and B anywhere out there. It's to say, okay, here's how you intuit the distinction. Okay, I'm trying to help you intuit the distinction. All right, that's why you have the A and B. That's why I have the symbols pointing to the reality. Anyways, the top picture, 0 and 1. Okay, 0 gives rise to 1. All right, or you can say they're one and the same. There's a conversation to be had about it. There's room for a debate. There really is, but nobody debates because they're just above that. Whatever. Fuck you. Get the fuck out the mud. 0 and 1. Okay, but like I said, you inherit your qualities and pass them forward. 0 gives rise to 1. 1 gives rise to 2 and 3. 1 gives rise to 2 and 3. More accurately, 1 gives rise to 3 by way of 2. 1 gives rise to 3 by way of 2. 2 is a means to an end. And it's not to reduce its necessity. Because look, it was sitting there hiding right at the beginning. It was right at the beginning. Because look, you start out with just 0. Just infinitely nothing. Just infinite 0. But to the degree to which that's a 1, you already have 2 unexpressed. Okay, this is how the Trinity, this is the unfolding, this is the momentum of creation. Whatever. Fuck me, right? Anyways, the 2 faces of 1. Because niggas can say everything exists at 90-degree angles of each other. But you're stuck in particles with that. You're stuck in particles. 1, daddy got to be a certain way outside the house and a different way inside the house. 90-degree angle, bro. Like the distinction. I'm trying to show you the shape, the architecture of the fundamental map. See, the symbols are just pointing to it. The architecture itself is present as your experience. And not just your perception of your experience. The experience itself. Niggas always want to know how to manifest. Nigga, I'm telling you how you are manifest. And not just you as in, personality and me, this must be it. It's the new spooky thing to say. I can't wait to tell the dead niggas. No. How does manifestation come to be at all? Then you put yourself into it. Once I've given you 1, 2, 12 to show you how it comes into existence at all, then you can put yourself into it. What's putting yourself into it? 13? Why? Come on, you know why. You know why. You don't know why. You don't know why. Jesus in the center of his 12 disciples. And look, if I've gone from 12 and jumped into 13, I've already agreed to 14, 15, and 16 at the very least. Just like when you go from 3 into 4, you're agreeing to 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. But see, you don't know what that means. So you just do numerological patterns and show niggas. Whatever, I hate you niggas. I hate you niggas so much. Like I said, I don't want to downplay the significance of 2. As a matter of fact, I think 2 is the most significant part. Fight me about it. We can fight about it. Niggas hate illusion. Love it. I'm all illusion. I love it. Fuck. Like, illusion does not mean it's not real. It's not what it appears to be. See, look. Which one of these perspectives, there we go, thank you. Which one of these perspectives sees the real thing? Get the fuck out of here. You'd be inclined to say, well, clearly A. No. Why? Because you think every point you've ever conceived, every point you ever conceived never had a backside to it. You never even thought about it. As a matter of fact, it's more comfortable not to think about points as having a backside to them. That's your problem. Look, it'll look like a point when it's facing you, and then you turn it this way, and it wasn't a point to start with. Or it's this. You're like, oh, look, it's really a line. Actually, if you look at it from over here, it's just a point. You can condense a whole big track that you think is all this shit. It's really just a line on a different surface. Dynamic multiplicity. That's when I'm talking the dimension. I keep going back to it. Scope and extent of perception. Whatever. Bro, I see you niggas cheer for. I see you niggas like. Fuck out of here. Of course you don't understand what I'm saying. Somebody gonna get it. Somebody's actually listening. Because look, you gotta ask a question. You just hear me saying it and feel good while you take a shower. Nigga, don't listen to me while you take a shower. Go study. The fucking DMs. Anyways, the connection is a different type of thing than the things connected. 2, illusion. And this gets into what you're gonna see in 11. Because 10, 11, and 12 are the physical world. That's manifestation. Okay? These quantities are going to be moved all the way through the unfolding process of manifestation. This is the root of something like 11, is the constant, the qualities of the quantity too. Illusion is not what it appears to be. This is why I say 1 gives rise to 3 by way of 2. It's a means to an end. It's a mechanism. If there was no 2, there'd just be 1. And really, there can't just be 1. Because 0 is there too. You like to admit it. I mean, you like to ignore it. It's very easily overlooked, but it's there too. So if it's there too, you already have 2. 2. I love it. The thing that connects two things is usually a different type of thing than that which it connects. Okay, I'll go back to father, mother, and child. Because see, that's the thing about masculine is it has to traverse both, while feminine gets to be neither. And it's not a good or bad. Each of those have. This is why they complement each other. Because the female has to live in between the world of the child and the male, and the male has to grow from living as the child to be the father. It's so simple. It could all be so simple, but niggas got politics in it. Outside the circle of time, 12. I wouldn't necessarily say outside. I would say building upon. Because you don't necessarily want to be outside of time. Like to the degree to which the Trinity is part of your own being, you already are. Like like being outside of time is one of those things where people are like, I'm beyond all limitation, and I'm you know, it's like that. It's not that it's bad, but it's without time there is no change. There's no progress. There's no growth. Even if something changes instantaneously, it still needs that instant. Time is necessary for change. Like that's the big controversy between the created and creation. 3 and 4, because 4 is the beginning of something like time. All right. Because people will say time is an illusion or time isn't real. That's stupid. Time is very real. What's illusionary is the measurement of time. See, people take for granted how deeply they associate time with the measurement of time and haven't even got around to examining time itself. The devil is in the fucking details, man. So the measurement of time, that is illusionary. I don't care how many hours, minutes, nanoseconds, eras you cut it into. I don't care how many times you want to circle the yugas. Time, the measurement of time is illusionary. And once again, just because it's illusionary does not mean that it is not invaluable. Invaluable, meaning you can't even put a fucking value on it. It's divine in its value. Fuck, y'all love joy, but I'm telling you, pain, it's invaluable. Even as I hate it, on a personality level, even as I reject it, even if I try and avoid it, I'm telling you, it's equally as divine. See, when you want to justify putting up the butt shaking picture, say, oh, it's the hoe is divine too. Yeah, so pain is too, right? Come get these L's. No, what the L's areas? Just want to show the butt picture. No, it's out here, bro. Whatever. See, I'm on one, always. Anyways. Father, mother, child. Okay. The Trinity. The dynamic. It's not about who's in charge. Bro, I've seen so many families where the kid is in charge. I've seen so many families where the mother's in charge or the father's in charge. It's not about which one's supposed to be in charge. We could debate about it. We really could. The point, just like the Trinity, it's the multiplicity. Just like I could take that point, and now it was a line. Fold up another point. It was a triangle the whole time. Here's your triangle, fold it down, you got a line, and now it was a point. That's the Trinity. Because which one is it? It's all of them at the same time. That's the point of the Trinity. This is why this is creation. You can say generator, operator, destroyer. Okay, cool. This is your generator, operator, destroyer. It is a pattern. It is not some spooky fuck magic out there somewhere. It is a fundamental dynamic. It is the first time you can have a dynamic. Why, Arius? Why is this the first time you can have a dynamic? You know, that's a good question. Fair play. Fair play. You're right. You should ask a question like that. You're a good student. I appreciate that. Why is this the first time you could have a dynamic? What before you got to 3, what did you have? 0, and not doing anything with that except making 1. That's the even though it's a lot to do. You make 1. Okay, cool. Could you have had a dynamic with 2? Well, you can have the positions, but then where's the thing that connects them? And there's your 3. So this is why this is the first time you can have a dynamic. This is the first time you can create. You couldn't do it with 2 at 1. 2 was a means to an end. It's a setup. It's to get you ready for it. It's the alley-oop. It ain't the dunk. It's the alley-oop. 3 is the dunk. But even 3 has its issue. Okay? Because this is what we're talking about 3 and 4, okay? Because remember, 3 is the first time you can create. It's the first time you can have a dynamic. And when I say time, put it in air quotes, please. We haven't got to it. I'm still talking about 3. Because I like to describe it geometrically because I think it's so easy to intuit because you can see it visually, okay? The triangle is the most fundamental of geometric shapes. And it's the first time that you can take that infinite unexpressed potential that is 0. Remember, 0 is infinite unexpressed potential. All right? You can take that, and this is the first time that you can make it finite. Or at the very least, give it the appearance of being finite. So what do we have so far? First, we have the infinite unexpressed potential. We have 0, right? We have the blank space. Nothing. It's a big move to go from nothing to something. There's 1. Because now we're having the argument. Well, is nothing something? To the degree to which nothing is something, you have 1. Okay? You have at least being itself. All right, cool. Wonderful. But here's the thing about 1. If it's so 1, how's there ever anything else? And here you go. There's another debate. Because some people say there's never anything else. It's always just 1. And you know what? Okay, cool. Valid. Do you think? To the degree to which we can acknowledge, well, there's more going on. Okay, what do you need to get beyond 1? What do you need to get beyond 1? 2, you need illusion. Why? What is illusion? Illusion is appearing to be something else. Well, Aries, why would 1 functionally, if it's ever going to be anything other than 1, appear to be something else? Here's the details. Because it's appearing to be something else, that means fundamentally what it is never has to change. Dorothy never leaves Kansas. Fundamentally, it doesn't change, but it appears to change. And so the capacity to appear as though you're something else, the capacity to appear you're 2. Because look, where was 2 hiding to begin with? Back there at the 0 and 1 paradox. The capacity to appear. Anyways, once you mix being with the capacity to appear, Shiv Shakti, what do you get? Creation. The first appearance. Come on. It can't be that difficult. It can't be that difficult. Later, Mr. Bookman, gotta catch the replay. Please do. Please do. So it's the limitations, the contrast of the limitless, sort of like the defining of a thing. Yeah, limitations contrast the limitlessness. And the reason you need to contrast the limitlessness, because otherwise you just talking 0 and 1. And you can stay talking 0 and 1, but you have to categorize everything else. And how do you do that? You need illusion. It's part of the game. It's part of the fundamentals. It's why there can even be a you. Because otherwise, it'd just be 1. And like you'll say, it never stops being 1. But then how the hell does it do that? Well, it appears to be something else. Because as finite, look at the 3, look at the triangle. The lines give it a finite exterior appearance. But the fun thing about that, did I put it down here? Did I put it down here? Yes, I did. Even though the exterior is finite, you can divide the interior to infinity. Meaning, it's essentially infinite while having the appearance of being finite. It's the first time you can do it. So we're not even talking about the created yet. We're talking about just creation itself. The appearance. The only begotten Son. The only begotten Son. To beget is a masculine term. If you were to say to conceive, two would be the one that conceives the Son. The Father begets the Son. Okay? So when we say the only begotten Son, 1 by way of 2 gives rise to 3. The only begotten Son, 1 by way of 2 gives rise to 3. It could all be so simple, guys. Look, no atoms, no particles, no quantum hoozlewucks, no magnetosphere. Fuck you mean, man? I ain't told you about a spooky clan, melanin, no back oil. And if you because this is what I'm saying. If you missed only begotten Son, I guarantee you missed the rest of the book. I guarantee you. Why? Because these are the fundamentals. Yeah, this first image is a fractal, if you weren't aware. A very basic fractal. They can get complicated. This image is hyperbolic geometry, I think it's called. Because usually Euclidean geometry is kept on a flat surface. Hyperbolic geometry allows for the extension of curved surfaces, if you will. Yeah, keep it in mind. Chew on it. Like, that baffles me. This one, though, I love this one. I think this one is the perfect depiction of what the physical world is. Of what the physical world is. Because look, you're talking 10, right? You're talking 10. 10 is going to be each of the individual pyramids. 12 is going to be the entire collection of them. 11 is going to be the by way of. So it's going to be the thing that's going to make the distinction. Because the first one, look, when I say 10 is every little pyramid, this is what your next question should have been. Goes right naturally to 11. This is what your next question should have been. Well, how do you make the distinction between one pyramid and the whole thing? 11 gives you the distinction. Because you can always keep zooming in and 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 zooming in. Eventually you'll get, hey, you know what? Maybe it's not the zoom. Whatever. Anyways, Physical world is the manifestation. It's the end result. It's showing your work, boy. Anyways. Yeah, those are... Okay. No. That's just talking about the Trinity. Okay, so I'm in the wrong book then. Hold on. Let me pull this other one up. Did I not make the PDF for it? I guess I didn't. I'm your boy. I'm clearly your boy, guys. I gotta be your boy because how else would I be out here like this? This is ridiculous. Where is the thing? Pull it up, bro. Okay. Oh, that's why. Hold on a second. Let me make sure y'all don't look at my real shit. Not that. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, open this up. I thought I made the PDF for this, but I've mostly been taking the time to make sure all of them line up the way I need them to so I can reference them with each other and I can show the dynamics. But anyways, excellent. It came out over here. Okay, I can put y'all back on game. Yeah, so you can't look at that. That's you wouldn't even know what you're looking at anyways, but I just don't want it on video. Okay. We're gonna go through this one more time. Give me a moment to urinate real quick. You've seen me hydrating. I'm gonna urinate. Be right back. I have way too much fun in my own head. It's hilarious. What are things? Here we go. All right, smooth. Thank you for allowing me the moment. Okay. So I talked to you about the Trinity as a concept, as a dynamic. Okay, what we're talking about. We're not talking about numbers, the quantities and their qualities. But once again, as I consistently say, these are things you've seen before. And I'm going to walk you through some of what you've seen before, okay? So, if I'm telling you this is the first Trinity, what does that imply? Come on, this is an easy question. If I'm telling you this is the first Trinity, what does it imply? That there's more, correct? Boom. All right? What we're going to go over is the first Trinity. Okay? Because you want to comprehend everything here before 10, 11, and 12 can make sense. And bro, if 10, 11, and 12 don't make sense, you're not going to get... That's where you do the methodological framing or the framing for the idea of methodology, bro. You got to understand that shit. Anyways, that's what I'm going to get into here today, okay? Because I want to be able to use these videos as a reference so you can go back and you can learn it because it's going to be these concepts of the fundamental map. These concepts of the fundamental map are what I'm going to use as the entrance exam for the actual stuff I want to teach. Because most of you niggas don't actually want to learn that. You want to feel better, and that's fine. I can help you do that. But for those of you who actually want to get this metaphysics, who are actually interested in the left-hand path and self-deification, I'm going to have you take an entrance exam on these. And it's not going to be a written exam where you You're going to have to present it. And I'll grade you on your presentation of it. So you don't just have to, so you can't just repeat the words I say. I'm going to ask you questions about your presentation. You don't have to, you can use my slides. That's why I have them. You know, you can practice spitting this to motherfuckers on the corner. But okay, go out there and misguide motherfuckers you want to and tell them I told you that bullshit. I hate you niggas. Anyway, you're gonna do it. Damn. Anyways. We're gonna get up to 9. Not today. We're gonna get up to 9. But look, when you have 3, you have 9. Just like when you had 2, you had 3. When you had 0 and 1, you had 2. When you have 3, you have 9. But what's the difference? What's the difference between 3 and 9? 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, literally. What is the difference between 3 and 9? See, I'm not talking arithmetic. If I was talking arithmetic, the answer would be 6. Okay? I'm not talking arithmetic. What is the difference between 3 and 9? 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. What's the difference between 1 and 3? 2. 1 by way of 2 gives rise to 3. 1 by way of 2 gives rise to 3. Only begotten Son. That same pattern expresses itself or unfolds. It continues to unfold. And so where you had 1, 2, 3 here, express, because remember 0, the triple blackness of space, is unexpressed, infinite, unexpressed potential. 1 is infinite, expressed potential. It's the beginning of the Trinity. Okay? 1, 2, and 3. But now, what's it going to do? Because I told you we're going to go to 9, right? All of 1, 2, and 3 plays the role of 1. All of 4, 5, and 6 plays the role of 2. And all of 7, 8, and 9 plays the role of 3. So as we move through each of these collections of Trinity, each density, if you will, as we move through, you'll get a better understanding of the inner working of each part of the Trinity. Okay? Let me say this a different way. As you understand 1, 2, and 3, this first Trinity, you get a better understanding of what 1 is. When we move into 4, 5, and 6, you'll get a better understanding of what 2 is. And we move through 7, 8, and 9, you'll get the full understanding of what 3 is. But then what's that going to do for you? What's that going to do for you? That's going to move us right into 10, 11, and 12. Y'all niggas ain't ready. That's what I'm saying. Y'all niggas ain't ready for 10, 11, and 12. If they didn't have animal pictures on it, you niggas wouldn't know. Fuck out of here. Should I put animal pictures on it? Damn it. I might need to put animal pictures on it. Anyway, we talked about the paradox of 0 and 1. Let's talk about 1, the one-fold pattern, okay? The one-fold pattern, the monad. Like I said, you guys have seen this stuff before, okay? All is mind, the universe is mental. We've had this discussion countless times, okay? I could say all is chair, all is water, all is air, all is energy, all is love, all is up, all is down, all is in, all is out. It doesn't matter what word I put there. What we're saying is that all things are one thing. Okay? Don't get caught up in the word mind. The word mind is the setup for the next part so that you can say mental. Because the o, a suffix, is saying of. Okay? So whatever this one thing that everything is, insofar as a universe exists, then that universe must be of that one thing. Here, there's another way to see this. Because we've been looking at this shit. Where's my meme? I just showed you the meme. I told you I love this meme. No, it's in the Trinity. Because this meme perfectly tells you what I'm talking about here. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is what we're talking about. Boom. Top part of the mind. All is mind. All things are one thing. All things are one thing. Bottom part. The universe is all of that one thing. Insofar as you'll agree there's a universe. Because look, some people will stop their conversation and, well, it's all one. Okay. But see, now if you're going to bring in anything else, you have to qualify it. And that's what it does. It brought in universe. Okay, so how do you qualify that? Mental. You don't know what you're looking at. You don't see nothing. And if you feel like you're there and that's enough for you, you're going to be out here talking all kind of shit outside of your neck. The one-fold pattern. What is oneness? Because we talked about the paradox of 0 and 1. We talked about some of these things. If you're interested in the idea of the concept, what you can look up is called the monad. This was the Greek rendition of this idea. We talked about those a little bit. See, oneness, you have to understand the Trinity itself to really get oneness. Which is why I go so hard on the fucking Trinity. Not only is it the beginning, but it answers the question you motherfuckers ask. But you don't like it's almost like you don't even know how to accept the answers you're asking for. Fusion engines. They're children, though, and I understand that. It still hurts. We'll go to the next one, man. As above, so below. As above, so below. Why is this the second principle? Why is as above, so below correspondence the second principle? Like I said, you've seen these before. Why is it the second principle? Because to correspond... by the way, good job on answering the question. To correspond, you need at least two. You can't correspond with just one. Right? But as soon as you have two, look what popped out of there. The ability to correspond. Because see, what did you have before? Nothing. That's the first principle. Shh. You don't get it, though, because they didn't put the number 0 next to it. Whatever. Like I said, this shit is for the initiates, bro. Motherfuckers want to feel they're initiated because they can say spooky words with sciencey words. You missed it. Anyways. As above, so below. This is the twofold pattern. This is illusion. All right? Because it was an illusion. It's appearing to be something other than what you are. That means there has to be something you are. You couldn't have illusion at one. Right? You couldn't. Because in order to appear to be something other than what you are, there has to be a what you are. Or otherwise, how would you be other than it? You got to think about your thinking. If you're interested in looking at the twofold pattern from the Greek perspective, they call it the dyad. Okay? Two is a duality. Very often, duality and polarity, the words are used interchangeably as if they're the same thing, and they're not. All right? A duality is specifically having two different or opposite parts or elements. It's specifically, a duality is specifically having two different or opposite parts or elements. It can be simple. It's very simple. It's very simple, okay? Now, if we were talking to polarity, what do you think it would be? Exactly. Having four different or opposite parts or elements. That's a polarity. You think polarity, think north, south, east, and west. Okay? Think duality, think up and down. Or just north and south. Right? Look, you can go just fire and water. Or you can go fire, water, air, earth. But don't conflate the two. Don't conflate the two. Okay? The devil is in the details. We talked about that. These are different ways you'll see the twofold geometry express itself. Now, you may ask, Arius, Why didn't you show me the different ways the one-fold geometry expresses? Do you hear yourself? It's one-fold. There's only one. Oh, God. Anyways. Remember, different or opposite parts or elements. Different or opposite. Bottom you got different. The top you have opposite. Parts or elements. What's the relationship? It is a relationship between two parts or two elements of something. Okay? These are two different ways you'll see the twofold pattern express itself. One form will be where both units in the unity are equal. Okay? So I think I would say you're dealing with more parts than elements. But once again, we could debate about it. Anyways, the binary version is where you'll still have two units in one unity making two, but one of the units will overshadow the other unit. Okay, so where it's big and small, just like that, okay? This is a twofold geometry. And I'm showing you the ways it'll express because this is how you'll see it in the symbolisms. These are the kinds of dynamics you want to peep. See, if you see something like a duality like Jachin and Boaz, right? Those are going to be an equal to. If you see something like mother and child, that's going to be a binary to. Okay, right? That's what I'm saying. You're going to see it in the symbolism. And if you can't see it in the symbolism, you're not initiated. The initiates are taught to see it in the symbolism. Fuck. Because look, in the binary too, as influential as the big one is, it may not even be any of that if it weren't for the dynamic relationship it has with the other one. Okay? This is for you to think about your thinking. Anyways, the threefold pattern. This is the last part of this, okay? Nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. Of course, Iris, I understand that. Did you look? No, maybe I didn't zoom in enough. Maybe I didn't zoom in enough. You think I just wrote it funny? Is that what it is? You think I just write funny? You think I just write funny, right? Nothing rests. Everything moves. Everything vibrates. That sounds like the 0 and 1 paradox to me. That sounds like the 0 and 1 paradox to me. No thing rests. What was 1 like when it was 0? Just 0, right? No thing rests. It's not saying that rest doesn't exist. It's saying the only thing that rests is the no thing. Everything else moves. Everything else vibrates. Now, when you think vibrate, what you do? You went back to particles? Photons? Follow me, kiddos. Follow me. 1, 2, and 3. I love it. Anyways, follow me. What is a vibration? All right. These symbols are measuring vibration. This is what we usually would think of when we think vibration. And you say, Aries, that's a measurement of something physical. Did I put it in the slides? I know I had to put it in the slides. I might not have because it dips into 4. Fuck. Hate you niggas. Anyways, when we're talking about vibration, we're not talking about particles vibrating. Okay? What are the fundamentals of a vibration? It's not a particle. See, a particle is the manifestation of something that vibrates. It is not vibration. Vibration is threefold. What do I mean? You have the center, the rest. Everything moves. Everything vibrates. No thing rests. The center, the starting point. Everything moves. Everything vibrates. It's a threefold pattern. Vibration is talking about the threefold pattern. The fact that things that are manifest do it is by virtue of them being manifest. Kabbalion. That's where you'll see all the principles collectors in the Kabbalion. That's a meditation. Dawson says sound. Sound is a manifest example of this. Because there's no sound waves out there. The air is vibrating. It's like there's not a ripple in water. You can't pull the ripple. I got the ripple, guys. No, that's something water does. Vibrating is something air does. Sound is what we call that. That's once again, that's like the illusion you get from measuring time. But I'm not talking about sound. See, vibrating is something sound does. I'm talking about vibration itself. There's no particles. See, when we're talking sound, particles, air vibration. That's why when you're in the vacuum of space, there's no sound. Because sound is literally the medium of air vibrating. Your eardrum is picking it up. It's a drum. Dude, it's a drum. It's picking up the vibration against its surface because it's the air that vibrates. Have you ever tried to hear underwater and how it sounds drawn out? Yeah, it's a drum, an eardrum. And you're hearing the air particles vibrate. Just like when you see ripples in water, it's the water molecules vibrating, okay? It's the energy, or the flow of energy through those molecules. And once again, see, that's all physics. That's all physics and particles. All of that does those things as a result by virtue of the fact that it's manifest. But where does vibration itself come from? That's what we're talking about. Vibration itself. Threefold. Remember, when we got to 3 with the Trinity, this was the first time you could enclose empty space. This was not the concept of appearance as you have it 2. This is the thing appearing. Just like I'm saying, 3 is creation. We ain't even got to the created. This is just creation. This is just the mechanism, the authority, the power. It is not the power implemented. This was part of the controversy with the Council of Nicaea and the Arian controversies. Was Christ God, or was he a creation? Was he part of the created, or was he part of God? It was a philosophical school of thought. It was before the Councils of Nicaea. That's part of the reason there was so much friction with your whole Serapis thing. And please, motherfuckers. Ugh. That looks like an EKG test. Yeah, that's how we measure in the manifest world vibration. And we see it like that. Like a clock is how we measure time in the manifest world. Okay? It's not time itself. This isn't vibration itself. It's a symbol pointing to what we're talking about. Okay? It's a symbol because look, this is I have to because y'all are still watching and I love it. I have to show you this is the symbol for fucking vibration. Because motherfuckers love to think they know what, because they can say a word, they can say the title of a book they didn't even fucking read all the way. Anyways, there is your vibration. We're not talking about particles. What are we talking about? 1, appearing to be 3, or appearing to be 4. It's a circle. It's a circle. Look, it's a circle. That's it. There are 3 points. There are 3 how do I want to say it? Because you could either say there are 4 positions or there are 3 positions. This is the precarious nature of that spot between the created and creation itself. All right, it's a precarious idea. It's a 3 and 4. Anyways, we'll get into it. But this is your vibration. You hear the Yad-Hey, Wad-Hey? That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. It's not some kind of secret Jesus. It's a map of the circle. It's an image of the one. The Son, creation, is an image of the Father. And then what do you have after you have the image of the Father? What do you have? That which is created in the image. That which is created in the image. You have the Father. You have the image of the Father. And you get the image of the Father by way of the Holy Spirit, the Mother. Remember that. The illusion, okay? You got the Father. You got the image of the Father. And you have that which is created in the image. And bro, that's just Christian. That's just Christian rhetoric right there. I know you don't get that. And if you don't get that, you don't get it in the other ones. Bro, pack it up. Stop teaching. I'm sorry. Oh, man, these motherfuckers have no idea what they're talking about. Nobody calls it out but me. Y'all motherfuckers are part of the problem because you sit there and listen. Oh, yeah, that's right. Check fire facts. Nah, risk it, bro. Risk it. Get out there. Risk looking like the dumbass in the group because the spiritual circle jerk is mad at you because you stopped jerking. And you question, what the fuck are we doing, guys? What is this? Is it really all about particles and light code photons? And Kundalini DNA? The threefold pattern. Okay, and the three is very interesting because 2 and 3 are deeply connected. The mother and child are deeply connected. There is a connection between the mother and the child that the father does not have access to. But simply by virtue of that relationship, there's a relationship between the father and the child that the mother does not have access to. All right, that's why they complement each other. Fuck. So when you're looking at this diagram, because of the dynamic between father, mother, and child, which position you put the 2 or the 3 in doesn't really matter. As long as you know you have both of them. Because you can just sit here and say, no, it's just 2 points. Yeah, 2 points expressed, but the unexpressed third point is there. Or you could just look at 2 as a means to an end to connect the 2 points. Honestly, both are valid. You could debate others. See, I'd be laying out places we could debate about stuff. Real shit. Motherfuckers sitting here, I'm above debating. And y'all asses down here in the mud, like, well, I don't really understand. So you can't even talk to them because they're just too high up there with their nose. I'm telling you, there's places we can have debates. There needs to be. There is no monolithic truth. If there was, you'd rebel against it like Lucifer. If there was, you'd rebel against it. Look at what happened the last time you thought there was a monolithic truth. You rebelled. That's why I hate Christianity. It's trauma. How dare religion? Of course. But now I gotta go back and show you the utility of it. Like, fuck, you sitting there, you mad at mommy and daddy because they did what they did, and I get it. Okay, cool. But look, you don't understand why they did what they did. Hell, I get sometimes they don't even understand. But if you the one looking for understanding, you gonna have to understand. Not them. Oh man, bro. This shit could be so simple. It could be so simple. But until you really embrace how much you don't know, you're not gonna get it. And you can't be the nigga that don't know while you're giving out tips. You can't be. Like the other day I seen Timon on Instagram with the guitar. And Timon, man, I hate these bar chords. And I remember being like that. I still kind of hate bar chords. But really, the only bar chords I hate are the ones I'm not good at yet. So I remember that. But did I claim to be able to teach it? Nope. I'll be damned. As a matter of fact, if y'all want to go to somebody and learn to do that shit, Kelvin Chaos. Not only does he fucking love guitar, not only does he know music theory, but he can put the two together for you. See, it's one thing to know things. Like, I don't want to be pretending to be a master in a field I'm not at. I'd rather respect the motherfuckers I know who are above me and keep myself in okay, no, I'm a student here. Like, no, I don't understand. I'm good. I'm looking for more and more places I don't understand. Because if I actually face them, I begin to build an understanding. As opposed to being scared that someone gonna see me and I look like I don't have an understanding. Fuck that. You know? So that's why that's why it's best not to eat your kids if you're gonna teach. Yeah, if you want them to get it. If you don't care whether or not you get it, eat them. All right. This is the other thing I want to do here. Wait, why did I break it up in two different ways? Okay, yeah. All right. Just like I showed you before, there are some basic dynamics that you will see a threefold pattern symbolized there. Okay. One, as always, my name Duddy. Good to see you in the chat. One of them, as always, is going to be the equal dynamic, where you have 3 units in the unity, 3 units in the unity. This is why it's a threefold. Just like the last one, there were 2 units in the unity. Because what does 1 give to its children? The capacity to be one thing. Before 1, there wasn't a capacity to be fucking anything. 1 gives inherit. It doesn't inherit. It what is the word? It genetically gives to its offspring. There's a word for that. Whatever. Fuck it. But yeah, it gives to the unfolding or what comes next, its predecessors, its successors. It gives to them the capacity to be one thing. But then what does 2 do? Immediately rebels. I'm going to be one thing. But here's the capacity to appear to be something other than that one thing. Okay, and that's what it passes on to everything else that comes after it. So you see how 2 got from 1 the capacity to be one or a unity. 2 brings about, okay, even though I'm going to be 1, I can take that for granted. Here, let's appear to be 2. So you have that reality in its appearance. Illusion. Welcome. But then you have 3, which inherits, and once again, each of these quantities has a quality that it passes on in the process of unfolding. This is the momentum of unfolding, the momentum of manifestation. Okay, so 2, it passes on that unity that it got from 1, and it passes on the capacity to appear to be other than just 1. So now you got the ability to be 1, and the ability to appear to be something other than that. That gives you 3. That is creation. That is the only begotten Son. Is it epigenetics? Spelled hella wrong. Epigenetics. It's like epigenetics. It's like epigenetics. There's a legal term for it. It's like what you give your successors. I don't know why. I'm so mad I cannot think of the word. Anyways, excuse me. So that's what. So we're looking at a unity. We're always going to be looking at a unity. Keep that in mind. It is what 1 has given to its children. It's given to the next, its successors, or the next step in unfolding towards manifestation. Okay, 1 gives the quality of being a unity. 2, that quantity gives the quality of appearing to be something other than simply just 1. And you take both of those, build on it, and that gives you 3. Because not only is it a unity, and it can have the appearance of not just being one thing. So now it, as a child, gets to take those things for granted and build on top of that. And that is creation. That is the only begotten inheritance. Thank you. That was the word. They inherited. The inheritance. The inheritance it gives them. Thank you, Gerald. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. Last name is a legal term. But yes, okay, so these are some of the ways you'll see this dynamic symbolized, okay? First and foremost, with the unity having all three units as equal, okay? Very pristine, divine, glowing, three, right? The other two have a little bit more detail to them, a little bit more complexity. The first one, I call it a dual three. Why? Because there are two categories of unit in that unity. I'll say it again. There are two categories of unit in that unity. Okay? The triune three has three categories of unit forming the unity. Okay? This is what we're talking about. In the equal three, there's only one category of unit in the unity. And even sometimes you won't even see them just like this. Like that's why I went in and I made this diagram. Because there are different ways you'll see these things manifest in symbolism. Like for the dual three, okay? You may see it as like this thing we know as like an atomic picture. Or you may see them made distinctly separate. I mean, it's the same thing from different angles, so to speak, okay? And in the triangle three, that shit can get extra complicated because it'll do the dual thing like we were just talking about, but then on one of the sides, it'll do the dual thing again. And so that gives you three categories of units in a unity. Bruh, no atoms, no cells, no melanin, no DNA, no Anunnaki aliens. Fuck. This is going to be the end of the Trinity, the first Trinity. But I want to give you a taste of where we're going next. Because this, and we've been dancing with it, because you kind of have to explain three. Because three is his father's son. Just like daddy had two sides, his motherfucking ass got them too. The way he is with mama and daddy, the way he is with 2 and 3, and the way he is with a little sibling. Or whatever else you want to throw 4 in. Some people will do, if 3 is the son, 4 will be the daughter. If 3 is creation, 4 is the created. If 3 is the mind, people will say 4 is the world. Okay, there's different ways you can do that. But what you want to remember is this little duality we're looking at is actually fourfold. This little duality between the triangle and the square, it looks, there's only 2 things involved here. It's 4 things. You got the square and the triangle, but you got points and lines. Yeah. Okay, that's what I'm saying. This is a polarity and not a duality. But I can see where you think just duality. Look at these two. That's all that's here. That's not all that's here. Points and lines. And that's a whole dynamic in and of itself. Okay, so this little spot here between 3 and 4, the creation and the created, the 3 axes, the X, Y, and Z axis of space, and then time to populate it. Because it's one thing to have generator, operator, and destroyer, but if there's no time to move for these things to express, you never have anything created. You have creation itself, the fundamental principles necessary to create all things. I give you that. You're right. That's 3. You're right there. But without time, the grace of God, without that grace, there'd be no created. And once again, we're at another place where you can have a debate. Because you could be like, look, there is no created. It's only creation. We could debate it. We could have the argument. Because some motherfuckers will stop at 3. Just like there are motherfuckers that say, no, I'm going to stop at 0. Or I'm going to stop at 1. There's arguments to stop at 3. There's arguments to stop at 4. You'll see 4-fold patterns. You'll see 3-fold patterns. You'll see systems of thought that have 3-fold, 4-fold, 5-fold, 6, all the way to 12. Why? Because they're all equally valid in their own right. And some of them interact to where it moves beyond just being within your own right. God, but if you don't understand the lines and the limitations, you won't understand the details. And just jump into being beyond all limitation, beyond all time. It's like, okay, congratulations. But what did you win that you didn't already have? You're feeling the confidence about it, I know. Fuck. We're really gonna get into that. Time is the grace of God. Because look, you got if one, the point was the Father, and three is the Son, right? Because before you created the Son, you did not have the Father and the Son. Okay, but once you have the Father and the Son, what is 3 plus 1? 4. The Father does not give the Son. The Father is the Son. What the Father gives is the world that He so loved. The world that He so loved. How does the Father give that to the Son? Well, what the fuck does the Father have? Itself. What you add? Because you cannot add 3 and 1 until they're expressed. Once they're expressed, then you can do that. So that's why there's a debate as to whether or not you even move beyond 3 into 4. Because really, there's an argument you could be making that once you hit 3, because you were there at 1, the buck stops there. But we'd have to debate about it. See, there's no monolithic truth. People who are looking for that don't understand what truth is. That's why I keep reminding y'all, metaphysics is philosophy, bruh. It's philosophy. You have to think about your thinking. Is that the word you're looking for when you say it's what you give to your successors? Yeah, inheritance. Yeah, that was the word. Nibiru behavior. What do you mean Nibiru behavior? No, Nibiru, that hidden planet, right? Now, I hope you caught the connection. Because Nibiru ain't talking about a planet, bro. Once again, bro, these spiritual things are talking about metaphysical dynamics. Metaphysical dynamics. People take these old words and they try and place it over what they've learned in Western science. A planet isn't divine. The idea of a planet, it's a tool to describe behavior. What vibration does? Ripples, sound. That's how we usually know it, by what it does. Just like with Daddy. Everybody always know what Daddy does. Well, this is what Daddy should do. They don't know what Daddy is. That's why a lot of these young motherfuckers, and even some of the motherfuckers my age, don't grow up. Because not even the women know what Daddy is. No. If she understood why he make her feel the way she feels, she'd probably fight it. She'd rebel it. She would. I know she would. Come on, don't lie. You already know. Anyways. This shit could be so simple. It could be so simple. But a lot of y'all are too arrogant with the things you think you know to actually effectively question them. You get too much pride, too much heart flutters and endorphins from posting some hit-filled shit on Instagram so you can feel like you're getting there. Man, y'all motherfuckers be off, bro. And it's like, I'm only mad because you don't have to be. Is looking for an ultimate truth some human shit that one could think would solve their life? Yeah. Look, looking for an ultimate truth is a huge sign that you don't have one. When motherfuckers had their cosmology set before the inclusion of matter and all the different councils of Nicaea, you didn't have to question ultimate truth. Truth is philosophical. It's not a level of analysis where what you're saying is right and wrong. See, that comes from studying behavior. Philosophy doesn't work that way. But motherfuckers don't. They think because what they're used to calling reality is materialism. They don't even touch philosophy because they think it's too much like religion. But you even get in here with the Western scientists, the physicists. They'll even tell you. But see, this is the thing, motherfuckers ain't listening. They just here to feel good. They don't want to admit how much they hurt. They don't want to admit how much they mad at the other stuff. They don't want to admit how much they wish the world was a different way. The world is perfect. It even hurts to say it. But I know it. I know it. We can debate it too, but once again, you niggas are above debating. You're too busy dropping spooky hints to nobody. Al Dickey, peace everyone. Chaos Nobody. Good to see you in the chat, man. That's where we're gonna go next time. We're gonna go to the second Trinity next time, okay? I've given you the first Trinity. This is the Trinity of the Trinity, okay? This is gonna give you the most details about the Trinity. This is fundamental math. This is fundamental math, guys. I'm not telling you how to do something. This is fundamental math. Where's my fundamental math picture? Okay? And I'm going to put it next to everything you think you know. Okay? This is fundamental math. There's no methodology on here. Look. For you chakra niggas. Where's Kundalini? There's your map. Where's Kundalini? It's methodological, meaning it ain't on the map. You can overlay it on top of the map, but methodology isn't in the map. Scooby-Doo could have been a mystery. Wait, what? Oh, no, I missed something. So the isness of a thing, the being of a thing. Yes, it's isness. Not what it does. What is it? You see, look. Cells, melanin, mitochondria, magnetosphere. All of these are describing things that things do. It's not talking about what it is. As I said before, the physicists who will tell you about all these cool superparticles, right? For the last 40 years, and quite publicly. See, that's what I'm saying. This ain't even no secret hidden thing. For the last 40 years, quite publicly, the same people who study these particles will tell you these are not the fundamentals of reality. You can go all the way down to photons. You can go all the way down to quarks and strings and quasi-Higgs bosons with all that shit. None of that is fundamental. None of it. None of it. And so if you're using it to try and describe the fundamentals of reality, you're off. You're off. And it's not because Aries said so. It's the nature of what you're dealing with. See, when niggas live in a world where no matter what I say, what I'm doing is what I say I'm doing, how I say I'm doing it, and I'm here, I'm super spooky. Like, when you can never be wrong, being right has no value. Man, like, bruh, it be killing me. Mostly because I've done it myself. I can understand. Scooby-Doo could have been a mystery. It was a mystery. Look, it was a mystery every episode. And that's the funny thing. Like, from the other side of the fourth wall, when you're looking through at a scenario, the viewer has a type of sight where things are obvious to the viewer that aren't obvious to the motherfuckers in the show. Like every show, no matter how many mysteries these niggas had solved, it was always a new mystery. Wow, this is throwing me for a loop. Oh man, yeah, bro. Because motherfuckers get so familiar. This is what I mean by the pride and arrogance. When they get so familiar saying the words and hearing dead niggas go, they assume they know because there's no test. They won't even allow a test. You come to a nigga and say, "Hey, bro, you capping? Yeah, that's wrong. Get out of here, Arius Hotep. You're trying to stop our rise. You must be an agent." Okay. See, it's just like Christians going, "You must be a demon. You a demon." Same difference. Same difference. Yeah, nigga, Kundalini. Niggas love saying Kundalini because they think they explain this stuff, bro. That last part where you said about knowing what man is would probably have the bitches rebel. Hell yeah. My question is, why is that? Or did I hear you wrong? No, you didn't hear me wrong. And it would have them rebel because we're in a whole culture. We're literally, like, motherfuckers love to pretend like there's a rape culture. Like, rape exists. I'll give you that. Most certainly. And it happens to a lot of motherfuckers. As a matter of fact, check the animal kingdom. Because it ends up being an effective method for sexual reproduction. Go punch a tree. But we don't live in a rape culture. All right? Like, then you can even listen to me and feel uncomfortable about the idea that I'm being casual with the word or the idea of rape. Why? Because we don't live in a rape culture. We live in a whore culture. We live in a whore culture. All of them want to be a whore. And to even suggest that they shouldn't or couldn't be is egregious. We live in a whore culture. You ever heard where motherfuckers come in, they kill the men, and they take the women, children, and make them into slaves? They make the women's concubines and whores? Now, it's so sophisticated, you don't have to make them whores. They beg to be. They don't even understand how being a whore could be something where they're sullying themselves. They're so inundated in the delusion, that as a woman, anything I'm doing, I'm trying my hardest, I'm doing my best, and there should be no shame. Bro, when you do the math like that, the motherfuckers who end up having to bear all the shame you won't, it's daddy and baby. Yep. It's daddy and baby. Hey, man. Cotton Floor, I fuck with Corporeal. One time he gave me some sunflower seeds. He sent me on my way. Sweden. There's so much Gerson in my head from Norway. Sweden? I can't remember. I remember you from Instagram, but I don't remember the connection to Sweden. I'll be equally honest. I'm sorry. I'm a dick. I'm terrible with these things. But let me know. I'm about to end this for real though. Yo, look, look. Share this with other people. Like, talk to other people about it. Be the person in the room full of spiritual folk who questions what's being said. There's old, I think it's a Hebrew proverb where if there are 12 men in the room who agree, it's the duty of the 12th man to disagree. If all 11 before you agree, it's your duty to disagree. It's your duty to disagree with that shit. It's like when I say, measure twice, cut once. Measure twice, cut once. You ever done any woodwork, cutting wood, or measuring for something, some kind of repair? Sometimes you measure too fast if you measure just once. Slow it down. Measure it once, take the note, measure it again. Just to see if, am I going to get the same thing? Then try and cut. Because sometimes we're so quick to get to the cut, we fuck up the measurement, and in doing so, fuck up the cut. Measure twice, cut once. If everyone in the room agrees, it is your duty to re-examine the idea. But if you only came so that you can feel good, while you get to say the spooky thing you said, and you make sure everyone else's spooky thing gets, here you go, yeah, man, we tapping in. Check, fire, facts. No. Look, I get it feels good, bro, but you can do that with anything, and that's my problem. Bro, you can go get a dog and do that. You can go learn a new skill and do that. You can go watch Oprah and do that. Y'all motherfuckers is looking for a gang and not necessarily the facts. And that's cool. You know what? I'll give you a gang. But I'm not gonna cap and pretend like you got the facts just because you hang out in the game. I can't do that. I'm doing you a disservice. I ain't gonna do that. Other motherfuckers will do it for you. I can't do it. I'm gonna take every step I can though, not to crush what you have. Because I know it means a lot to you. I hate it. I know you love that nasty little blanket. You take it everywhere with you. You even mad at me when I wash it, but I'm fucking washing it. Yeah, I'm gonna give it back to you. Yeah, I think it's too much for you, but you know what? It's yours, and it's not mine. Just as I'll get mad when you come in my shit and fuck my shit up. It's understandable. I get it. It don't tickle, but I get it. Look, y'all have been grateful, man. I appreciate you sticking with me coming through. Watch it again. Ask some questions. Throw some questions out there. As a matter of fact, bro, come ask me the dumbest question you got. I got the space for it. I want to hear the dumb questions. I want to hear the dumb questions. Is the rebellion aspect of the bitch is kind of like the rebellion of 4 becoming 5? I don't know if that made sense to you. Okay. No. Because you could call it a rebellion. You can call it a rebellion. Because 4 would be the whole flat plane, and 5 is that up. Moving to the top point of the pyramid, or the same coming down, either way. But yeah, that's when you say they're going up, it's in the form of a rebellion. I like that though. I remember being in Christianity, and when you ask a question or disagree, they would say, "Don't question God." Yep. Instead of saying "go within" like the spooky niggas do, they'll say "ask God, pray about it." That's what that means now. I saw one nigga, he was talking about going to the inner eye of your mind. And see, look, if a nigga got to keep saying, "You know what I'm saying?" He don't know what he's saying. Look, if I gotta go, well, you're going to the inner eye of your mind, you know what I'm saying, in that womb with your mind, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell you how to do it, you know what I'm saying? But really, you're like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know what they're saying. They got an idea. Remember, when we talked about the different densities of knowing, they don't know that shit. They have words they can say that makes them feel like they know, but they don't know. They don't know. And that's for those in the rebellion too. They don't know. That's why we telling y'all niggas stop listening to them. Real shit, bro. If you have not checked it out, go watch the Timeless Knowledge Tour. Watch it once just to listen. Then watch it again to find some fucking questions to ask. I'm so serious, bro. There's a method to the madness. And wise words don't stop the bleeding. But it's better than not having any wisdom on it. Okay? Real shit. Some of this shit is gonna hurt more than anything you've ever known, but it'll make things make sense. Now I'm saying, shawty, you know what I mean? But look, peep that when you listen to the motherfucker. If a motherfucker gotta keep saying, you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like, you ever heard one of those, like the Valley people, right? They're like, well, it's like if you like, and it's like, slow down. It's because they don't know it. They have an idea, but they don't know it. There's a difference. You got to admit it to yourself. Because you wait for me to say it, I'm going to make fun of you, I'm going to laugh, and you're going to be mad that I'm doing all that. All right? I am sorry. Hey man, I'll jump right in there. What is being? How does one be? And is there a becoming to being? Bro, did you look at those words as you type them? Oh man. Because look, the first thing I would tell you to do is look up the word be. Because look how many times you have it in the sentence. What is being? Being. When you put an ing on something, it's a doing. So that's the process you're talking about. Is a becoming in being? Is there a becoming in being? So that's more of a doing. If we're talking about what it is, also is physical life policy, or would it come from the physical life? No, it doesn't come from the physical life. And when we're talking about being itself, this is primordial. Physical life is the residue. It's all the way at the end. When we're talking about being, first thing, because you have it 4 times in this question. I'm gonna answer this in text later. You have the word be 4 times in this question. That's what you're looking for, is the be. See if you're asking in the question. So what you want to do is look be, ing, and what does it mean to becoming? Because come in, it's not just come, not C-U-M. Terrible children. But physical life policy is methodological. That's methodological. See, the being is going to be fundamental math. The methodological stuff builds on top of that. So you're looking for, what does it mean to be? What is that? And it's distinct from doing. I've said this before, like waves are something that water does. Water is not the waves. Waves are something water does, but it's not what water is. Protect and provide for the family is something the father does. It's not what the father is. Okay? It's a thinking about your thinking. So what you're looking for is what does it mean to be. The first thing I'm gonna put it in the text anyways. First thing I would say, you need to what this question means, like what is circling around is the insufficiency in the idea of the understanding of be. What does be mean? That's why I love learning Spanish. There's estar and soy, yo soy, no, that's the conjugation, I think. Ir, estar and ir. There are two forms of the concept of to be. Like when we're talking about is, are, these are conjugations of to be, you, y'all. See, this is you're bumping up against the language itself. And it's not to say it's wrong or there's something bad here, but it's understanding be is what's gonna get you here. The ing is gonna get you in the progress, but the be is gonna be the central part of that. Oh, I love it. Subsiding causes flow. Waves are the side effect of the water. You could say side effect. I mean, that's not completely inaccurate, but I want to be so specific. Waves are a doing. It's not what water is. It's what it does. Okay. Because like I said, the side effect of it isn't necessarily wrong, but there's a connotation about which one is primary. Because I'm not going to say being is more primary than doing, although we could have the discussion about it. Because most people are concerned about doing. Not only doing, but methodological, like really like how do I do? As if they understand the being. And if you don't understand the being, getting the being to do is inefficient. Like if I hypnotized you and said, be a dog. Well, once you be a dog, are you going to ask me? Hey, what does a dog do? Nope, it comes out. Because when you know how to be a dog, what a dog does comes naturally. So when you know how to be a god, magic comes naturally. Y'all's issue is the be. What does this mean? And so before you can get a clear grasp on it, you gotta let go of all that other capping, half-ass tips in the gutter shit. All the shit you think you know. Because it isn't sufficient to answer this question. What is you? And you need that before you can tell me that you deal with your ancestors. You talk to Oshun. You go to different realms when you astral travel. You got a connection with somebody in the ethers over here. All this you. Right? That's what I mean. That I appreciate that. I know I'm going to have more questions the more I get with the work. Hey, man, yeah, bro, dig in. Dig in, bro. Lean in. Because look, when I had to lean in like I was going to fall over, and I fell over a couple times. Bro, I set up some mats. Y'all will be good. Trust me. Just you got to lean like you're going to fall, though. I'm not going to say I got that, but I got a better understanding of it. Yeah, that's why it'll give you a better understanding to think of it as a side effect. Like I said, I don't disagree with it. I just want it to be more accurate. All right, guys, I appreciate this. I got to start my fucking day, man. Haven't asked myself what is you in a minute. You got to get it. Got to get it in there. Got to get it in there, man. It's the most fundamental, because if you get that, the methodology is going to pour out. It's so easily. Be a dog. Imagine if the nigga stopped. It being hypnotized, right? Be a dog. Oh, what's a dog do? Oh, yeah, okay. No. You be a dog, the doing comes naturally. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one, man. This has been